Hi, welcome back to ACL Stands. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at this Hitachi TRK 8020 AU. This is a nice little early 80s box. It has a great set of features here. It's got a line in. Phones, we've got microphone down here, we've got mic volume adjustment here. We've got a nice little counter, bass, treble, volume, record, mute, very nice, stereo, normal tape, and metal tape adjustments there, and the band. On the back here, antenna intact, usually they broken. External speakers, got the DIN connector here. This also takes a DC 12 volts. Also note here, this is the center negative. Battery compartment looks pretty sweet. The standout with this unit is this yellow panel. Let's see what we can do about that. So first thing to do is plug it in and test it out, see what's working. Okay, so we've got the radio working here, which is nice. Those switches up the top here are pretty dirty. They can affect the speakers. So if you're getting dropouts in one of these speakers, it can be to do with the dirty switches. You definitely need to get some circuit cleaner and clean all those out. So yeah, tape deck not working at all. So first thing you want to do here is remove all the knobs. So I'm going to take out the adjustment dial as well, and anything off the front as well that's sticking out. This one actually is missing a knob down here. I'll have to check out a picture of what this looks like so I can 3D print a new knob. Okay, so occasionally you're going to get units that are a little bit different. This is usually the normal way that you open it, and if you were to open this up here, you can see the inside section here, but one of the issues with this is that this is configured in a way that to get to all that stuff in the back here, we actually have to remove this board. A little bit annoying the way this is set up. That's the way to get into this. So what we might do is just maybe put this back and go at it from the other side. This actually has wires still connected, and you can see the antenna wires here. So just want to check on the board itself to see if they have actually got codes there. So you can see on this one it says BK, which is black, and GR on that one, so green, so on the actual board. And the other connection there you can see is from the power connection just down here. So it's also important to take note of how this is configured. So what I would suggest to you is once you've removed this, there's no marking on the actual board. I would write just something on the board just to show that, so you don't get confused when you're putting it back together. Just put R there for the red and B there for the black, just so I know exactly how that goes back in. So let's get this board off here, and you can see there's a lot of wiring that's coming around to here, so I'll have to be careful when we take this back board off. I really do want to make sure that you take a picture here. If you don't, you'll never be able to get this thing back together. I decided to do was just leave the wiring on this main board here and just move it out of the way. Now I do want to actually see the front of the tape deck because I want to clean that out as well. What's interesting here is there's no pin that moves along the dial string to show where you are on the stations. I want to pull those speakers out just so I can have a look and give them a bit of a clean. These really look like they are on the way out, to be honest. So time to move on, and the next thing I want to do here is, while we have this here, is pull out this front plate. So here's a look at the plastic section, and it's completely gone. So what I think I'm going to do here is make a brand new acrylic piece here. And now that I have access to these switches here, I'm going to put in some circuit cleaner on all the dials and switches. Okay, so next thing I had to figure out here was how to do the little dial pointer, and I did have some of this metal which is really flexible, and I pulled off the tape deck, one of the old tape decks, and this stuff can be sanded and also cut pretty easily. I made two little slots in the metal section here, and then I just was able to fit the dial cord through that section so it runs down and back up around. Turning that, it's not exactly the same as the old one, but it looks pretty good and it works, so I'm pretty happy with that. So that's pretty much it for part one. I've got a problem with the speakers now. I had a suspicion these speakers weren't going to hold up. Yeah, they're going to have to come out and some new ones put in. And that's pretty much it for this episode. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this, and if you've got one of these units and you want to fix it up, hopefully this has given you a little insight into the unit. Until next time, see you on the next project.